ladies and gentlemen. We are with two guests who do that all the time, whether it's like today or whether it's snowing or regardless of the weather. These two guests bring such brightness and sunshine to the lives of our animal friends and family members. We want to get right into it and welcome, for the first time on my show at least, Beverly Andrade, the treasurer, and Gail Furtado, the president of a very important group. And the group is...
Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Phil.
Good morning. Great to have you both with us. Now, the Forever Paws Animal Shelter is located in Fall River. And folks, don't think that because it says Fall River, that it's not local, because from what you're telling me, you've had the contract for New Bedford's animal control for how many years?
10 years.
10 years, folks. So Forever Paws Animal Shelter is very much local, very much a part of New Bedford. And it's great to have you here. I want to wish you a wonderful, beautiful Christmas. You make Christmas bright for a lot of animals you have. And you have a great reputation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your mission statement, your purpose.
Well, our mission is to rescue stray, abandoned, and abused domesticated animals, companion animals, and give them a new leash on life.
A new leash.
A new leash.
A new leash on life, huh? What do you think, Casey?
Very clever.
All right, so you're located at 300 Linwood Street. Whereabouts is that? Give us a point of reference if we're coming over.
All right, we're located somewhere near the Fall River Harbor Mall, which is off of William S. Canning Boulevard, close to the Tiverton Fall River line.
Very good. And there's a very special event coming up. I've asked both Beverly and our dear friend here, Gail, to talk to us about this event, because you need money like any other shelter needs money, right? I mean, it's costly to run a shelter.
Oh, yes, it is. Very costly.
And it gets more expensive every year, right, Gail?
Absolutely.
All right. So this year, as in past years, this isn't the first year you're doing this, is it?
No, we've done it in Fall River for 9 years.
That's
We've
right.
had the Festival of Trees in Fall River at the Fall River Country Club. But this year, we're excited to move it to New Bedford, to the Wamsutta Club.
Which is very exciting for all of us. This is a festival of trees. What does that mean?
That means that this year, we're going to have 31 trees, if everyone brings in their trees, donated by local businesses and individuals as well, and they're theme-related trees.
What do you mean by that?
Theme-related, we're going to have a Patriots tree, a Bruins tree, we're going to have a beauty tree, we have a Legos tree, so we have something for everyone. There's something there for everyone that would come and see the trees.
Beverly, are the ornaments some of the products, like perhaps little lipsticks or little things that might, be thematic with it?
Yes, there are many things that go on the tree or under the tree, just like a Christmas present. One of the trees is from a local business called Salon L, and she has lotions tied on the tree and creams tied on the tree. And all the trees are like that. There's very special, beautiful trees. The Patriots tree is loaded with items underneath the tree, including what I saw was the Super Bowl book from the game between the Seahawks and the Patriots. They came out with a book at the end of the game, so that book is under the tree also.
How awesome is this?
It is great. It's really wonderful.
And this is happening on December the 6th,
That's correct.
this Sunday.
Yes.
What time?
From 12 to 5. We have people come in until 4:30, and then we start. It's a Chinese raffle, and people purchase tickets. For example, you could buy 25 tickets for $20, or you could buy 6 tickets for just $5.
Very reasonable.
It is.
And you, if you win, you get the Christmas Tree Plus.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is so awesome.
A lot of the trees have gift cards too, and there's loads of gift cards on these trees.
That's great to hear, Beverly.
Yes.
Joining us are the folks who make Forever Paws work. Thank you for welcoming Beverly, Andrade, treasurer, and Gail Furtado, the president of Forever Paws Animal Shelter on Linwood Street in Fall River, who've had the contract for New Bedford, the animal contract for 10 years, folks. And hopefully you'll be able to get by the Wamsetta Club this Sunday and put your Chinese ticket into the little bags there in front of the trees. Who knows, you may win the tree. That said, how is the money then used?
Well, all fundraising money that comes into the building is put into a general operating account, and that is the account that is used to pay off all the veterinary services that we have. We use that to pay off all of the maintenance bills, electric, telephone, gas,
Sure.
and also for our payroll account. So it supports the shelter. We have found that fundraising is our highest grossing revenue right at this point in time, followed by donations, and then our contracts. So that's where our money comes from.
Okay, and in terms of donations, folks can donate food or what else?
We're always accepting donations at Forever Paws, from simple things like newspaper, sheets, and towels, to complicated things like a copier, a printer, or dog food, cat litter. These are the things that we're always looking for. The supplies that are the daily supplies, that's what's always looked for.
And you go above and beyond. Folks, let's say there is a domestic violence case where one of the victims has a dog or a cat and cannot, for whatever the reason is, let's say they're placed into their own protective shelter, cannot bring the animal. Here's where Forever Paws Animal Shelter steps forward.
We do. August 2012, they came into a law, into the Massachusetts legislation came through a law that now victims could actually have on their restraining order the animals listed. So that was the first step. And so when that came about, we started working with, now Attorney Quinn, District Attorney Quinn's office. And if they have the violent people, the coordinators, if they have advocates, that's what they're called. If they have a person that has an animal, they can't find a home right away, we will let the animal come to Forever Paws. We, we'll try, as long as we have the space, we'll make rooms in the hallway, whatever we can do, or get a foster home for that animal. We let the person come and visit the animal, and we don't charge them because we feel that we'll give it back to the community.
Wow, and what a very sensitive time to be of service to others. That is tremendous. You call them surrenders. Tell our listeners, what is a surrender?
A surrender is when a person can no longer take care of their own animal. An animal, we believe, becomes part of your family when you adopt the animal. And that becomes a very difficult issue. So we do have, with the economy as it has been the last few years, we have a lot of people that will call and say, I need to, give up my dog, and they're crying and all that. We try our best to help them as much as we can. But as we mentioned, we have 2 contracts, and we have to, have space available for the animals. Right now, Forever Paws has 84 cats in the building, and we also have cats and kittens in foster care. We have over 30 dogs, so that we're constantly moving the animals around to make sure that they get adopted or in foster care, whatever they may need, and have availability if we have people that are in need. And like I say, surrender. Bev and I work at the shelter Monday. We had a woman come in, she said, I'm homeless, I have 2 cats, I don't know what to do. And we were able to help her out.
Forever Paws Animal Shelter, ladies and gentlemen. They're located in Fall River on Linwood Street, 300 Linwood Street, and we're asking for your support, especially when something can be as wonderful as bringing home a Christmas tree with all kinds of thematic gifts hanging from it or underneath it. In their Festival of Trees at the Wamsetta Club, you'll go by between noon and
4:30, and then we'll start picking them out at 4:45. Phil, I'd like to also mention that we're going to have on sale that day our 2nd annual calendar, Forever Paws calendar, and we're featured in that is our animals, but it's with the Fall River and New Bedford firefighters.
Oh,
it's an awesome calendar.
No kidding.
Yeah, really, really great. The cost is donations $15 for it. And they're going fast.
Yeah,
we've already had the
see.
second order on them, but we're really pushing them because I think that would make a great present for people. And the firefighters also help us sell them as well to their family and friends. It's been a really great fundraiser, and you should see some of the pictures. Sometimes they're tear jerkers.
Oh, Gail, that sounds great. Beverly, what didn't I ask that you'd like our listeners to take away from our chat this morning?
Well, one of the things we'd like to add is that Forever Paws is a community outreach animal shelter. We have one of our board members who we call the community outreach coordinator. Gail, the president, always gives titles to all the board members. So one of our board members, who is a retired teacher from New Bedford Vogue, she does community outreach. She's in all of the stores that call. She goes into schools. She has every Saturday, she's at a Petco or a PetSmart or many of the stores that contact us that are animal-related type stores. She also does nursing homes where she brings in animals to the residents of the nursing homes. So, I mean, this is our community outreach program. We try to give back to the community as many ways as we possibly
You
can.
truly do. And ladies and gentlemen listening, they are so worthy of your support. So turn out. It's the Wamsetta Club, a beautiful place to hold a festival of trees this Sunday, December the 6th. And hopefully you'll go home with a tree. But dogs and cats who need your love will also find so much reward in all of your largesse. We thank you so much. Last word here, Gail?
I just want to thank you, Phil, and I hope
Oh, it's a
everyone
pleasure.
shows up and helps us out.
It is a pleasure. Gail Furtado, Beverly, thank you so much.
Thank you, Phil. Thanks for having us here. Hope we come back for another event.
Beverly Andrade. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting this wonderful group, Forever Paws Animal Shelter.